What's going on, my brothers and sisters around the world? It's your boy, Terrell Humphrey, and welcome to Failure's Knowledge. Here at Failure's Knowledge, we empower people to become the best version of yourself each and every day. And how we do that? We do that by leading by example. For episode number 31, we got a special guest. This guest might look like me because I came from her. You know what I'm saying? She birthed me. She birthed me and my two brothers, Betty Bet, Tashi Bet. How you doing, woman?
I'm well. How are you?
Ooh, you so proper.
Thank you.
You so proper.
Boy, come on. Don't be playing.
you know that's what I do. How's your morning going so far, lady?
It's good. How about yours?
It's going pretty well. Don't be doing all the short
I'm
answers.
up too early. You need to hurry up.
No, don't be acting all shy now. Don't be acting shy now.
Nothing shy, boy. Nothing shy. Come on here.
Yeah. So who are you and what do you do and where you from?
I am Tasha Griffin. I'm the mother of Tony, Timothy, and Terrell Humphrey. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. I am the gimme of 3 grandboys, and I do everything. I have a little side hustle called That's What We Do. I cook, draw, you name it, I pretty much do it. I don't want to say my career goal because I got like so many of them, but that's what I do, all around mama.
All around mama. I'm gonna write that down. Here, because
Oh. Come on. Yeah,
But-
camera freezing.
Is it good now?
Okay, you
Is it
good
good?
now? Yes.
Okay, so for today's topic, we're gonna talk about growth. How important is growth to you?
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say growth will have to be a 9 because we think we at a place where we need to be and we really not. It's like a cover up. It's like a lot of people cover up what they don't know and pretend they know it. If that makes sense.
It does. Can you like break it down a little bit more? Come on now, we having a regular conversation.
Your phone keep freezing. Your phone keep freezing like you got a cricket or something. You got AT&T. Fix your internet.
Is it working now?
No, you just like this. Yeah, I'm the wrong guest to be on your show. Well, for a while I had to cover up. Huh?
Is it working?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, for a while I had to cover up about my life. Like my life was just consistent. I'm sorry, not consistent, but consist of you and your brothers. Everything y'all had going on, that's what I focused on. I never focused on myself. Even though I went to school and got degrees, it wasn't for me. It was for the boys. All my degrees was related around what my kids' life was supposed to be or turn out to be. So I thought criminal justice. Didn't want the boys to become victims to the system. School teacher. Didn't want them to be behind on any of the education they needed. Counseling rehab. Didn't want them to have the mental problems that a lot of kids face that they wasn't able to talk to people about. So a lot of my background was related to my boys growing up to be who they are today.
Are you proud of who we became?
You want to ask that on live TV? Well, I must say y'all have impressed me a great deal. Not just one, all 3 have came out to be extremely well rounded men. Like I must say, all 3 are married. Only Terrell doesn't have kids. Thank God. Them 2 together. Woo. No, I'm just playing. He's not ready, and I have 3 grandboys. So my oldest son is the father of my 2 oldest grandsons. And when I say old man and grandson, handfuls, they handfuls. The new addition is Timothy, so he probably killed me for saying it, but he's showing that he want to be that father figure. He wants to be there for his child. So I'm pretty proud of everybody and what they have going on in their lives at this point.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, okay, okay. Oh, okay. I had to make sure it was live on all the places and stuff like that. But um, you got a lot of complications. Not even complications. A lot of success. Because you said earlier, you said you was living for us, and
Yes.
which is understandable. When did you realize that you was living for us and not for Tasha?
When the school called, I was a phone call away. When y'all called, I was a phone call away. It didn't matter if it was you, your friends, Timmy or Tony's friends. I've always been there for y'all. The circle y'all had, I was always there for each one of y'all, but I wasn't never there for me until y'all, not y'all, but until everybody left the house. That's when I had to look at Tasha. What do Tasha want to do? Tasha don't want to do everything somebody else want her to do. She wants to be happy, just content doing whatever I want to do. It doesn't matter what it is. If
Mm-hmm.
today I want to get in the kitchen to cook meals after meals, I'm okay with that. Tomorrow, if I want to go work at two restaurants until somebody irks me, I'm okay with that. I don't need my degrees to define who I am anymore. Once upon a time, I thought I needed my degrees to say, this is the person that I am. That wasn't who I was. That was a cover up for everybody else to see what they wanted to see.
Mm-hmm. That what in your eyes? What does a cover up means?
Well, I had to be a helper to everybody. I had to be a leader, a guide, a counselor, a teacher. Oh, I had so many hats that I just went along with what everybody expected out of me and not what I expected out of me. Um, I was a youth pastor, a youth director, I think
Director,
it was.
you director.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to do that, but it was important for my kids to learn it, so I stepped up and did it. I remember when y'all was smaller. I think Tony was like 6, and y'all, the twins were 4. We did the books of the Bible challenge. That was
Mm-hmm.
our summer camp, and we did the books of the Bible. And we had 15 young kids in the program at the time at Change Life Ministries. And I told each one of them I'll give them $100 if they learn the books of the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Needless to say, I gave $300 bills away because my kids were the only ones that we put forth the effort. I felt that if they failed, I was failing because I was the parent. I was the source of them learning the books of the Bible. So we came up with a little song and dance for y'all to learn the books of the Bible because everybody was into music.
Mm-hmm.
One wanted guitar, one wanted the keyboard, one wanted the mic, one wanted to sing. So we just put all of that into the skit to make the books of the Bible very successful. So y'all started going to different churches to perform. We was dressed up in your little suits and y'all was
Mm-hmm.
matching going. So I felt like success. What is you doing? You okay?
We was 50. We was
Oh,
50, lady.
I felt like the way you dressed was the way you presented yourself as being who you wanted to be. And me putting y'all in suits at that age said this is what my kids was going to turn out to be. Not the ones sagging and walking around being disrespectful, but some well mannered young men, which I did turn out to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so Pastor Anthony, he didn't want just 3 kids to receive the award, so he went and got savings bonds for the rest of the kids, and y'all started helping the other kids learn the books of the Bible, and it showed me, hey, my kids show growth. They show leadership, which all 3 of y'all have your own concept of leadership in your own different ways. I say,
Mm-hmm. And I was taking notes, but I realized I can't really write and
yeah,
listen.
you not the best.
Well, I
You
tried,
you do know you can come back to the conversation and then take your notes down. It'll help you then. Not while we're
you're right.
talking.
You're right. I had watched this video yesterday, and she was like that. Dude named Grant Cardone, he was taking notes as they was talking. I'm like, all right, let me try that. I talked to Destiny. I was like, let me try that. No, I can't do it.
Well, you can't even walk and chew gum, so it's okay.
I can't do it. I can't do it. And when we was young, we really didn't understand what we was doing and why we was doing it that way. But you understood it. You understood it,
To a
and that
certain
was
degree.
impressive. What
To
does
a
that mean?
certain degree, I understood it.
What does that
Be-
mean?
because I wanted y'all to have a life that I didn't have. So it was important for me to focus on what I didn't have to install in y'all. Because no
Mm,
one set me down and say, "Oh, do this. This is how you manage your money. This is how you keep your credit score. This is how you treat people." Well, Grandma Pearl and Auntie them put forth the effort to instill my mannerism, but me being uh, a hellion, yeah, the mannerism, it was just around if I knew I was going to get a whooping, but I
mm-hmm,
instilled in you all not just because you knew y'all was going to get in trouble, because that's what's the right thing to do as African American men. I
mm-hmm,
live by the statistics with you all, raising the black men in a single household. They say that 1 out of 3 will end up in the penitentiary. 1 out of 3 will not get a high school diploma. One out
mm-hmm.
of three will be dead by a certain time. So I went by every statistic that I learned to make sure that 1 out of 3 was not my 3. So I have 3 high school diplomas, three
Mm-hmm.
success,
Mm-hmm.
3 that's not in prison or a background, 3 that's doing fairly well as African American men. So pat myself on the back as well as y'all for accomplishing what y'all wanted to accomplish in life.
That's
What
me
is you
paying you.
doing?
That's me paying you on your back.
What the? Oh Lord, it's finna end so quick.
No. That's me paying you on your back, lady, because you deserve your flowers, and this is a virtual flower that I just gave you. I just pat you on your back.
If we went on live, I give you one too.
and and so me finding myself, I realized I started to do things that I really didn't pay attention to where it came from. You
Hmm.
instilled that in us early on, and once we got older, at least for me speaking. Can you hear me? Is it jumping?
It's okay now.
Okay, okay. And when I start to realize, because now I'm playing the piano, I'm learning how to play the piano again. I'm finding my purpose, and I watched this video with my minister Micaiah Simmons, and she was like, the topic was anointed. You've been anointed, and what it means is that really, to like make it simpler, is that you've been picked to do something for your purpose. And
Okay.
when I heard it, I'm like, hmm, that's incredible. That's incredible. Our purpose, our reason for doing things is bigger than us. And you
Yes.
taught me that. You taught me that when I came down there. What, a month ago?
Okay. Meaning.
Meaning that you taught me that it's good to treat people the way you want to be treated. I mean, granted, I was always doing it, but you did it on a different level. When did you
Explain.
start doing that? Explain.
What? Yeah. I'm sorry. Cause nobody else was with you, and if I'm clueless, I know they clueless.
Meaning, so everything that you did, you didn't do it for yourself. You did it to make someone else feel good, or somebody else to actually be recognized, and that goes a long way. What made you want to start doing it like that?
It's a human being. I'm a human being, and people are human beings. So you treat people without something in return. Don't always have your hand out, because you never know what that little smallest detail that you can help somebody is gonna make their day. And if memory serves me correctly, you're talking about when we had to go to the laundromat, or I'm not sure exactly what you was
To the
talking about.
laundromat, to everything that we was doing. Like when there was somebody that needed help, you was willing to help them.
Oh well, like at the laundromat, since we was washing, I mean, taking care of our stuff until my washing machine got fixed. We seen this lady with a whole bunch of clothes and bags that she was trying to carry into the building. I just simply we had already loaded up. That's correct, right? We
Mm-hmm.
had already loaded up. So I went inside to bring her a basket out so she wouldn't have to struggle getting her clothes and stuff in. And my son looked at me like, "Why do you do that?" She needed help. She didn't ask for help, but she needed help. She could have got it herself, but me being me, and thinking the way I think, it would have took me long, and I'm lazy, so let me help her just give her a little, put forth the effort. And when I gave her the basket, she was like shocked, like, "Whoa, is this for me?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." We simply got in the car like it wasn't nothing to fixate on. So it's how you want people to treat you. I know when I was going through my black hole, I had people come from everywhere to make sure I was straight. It didn't matter
Mm-hmm.
if they was asking for something to eat or something to be drawn. They was there. It was just I had so many people, so much support that everybody was always there, and I never realized my family doesn't mean we're blood. It means my outside family. So it was more of a support team from the outside circle that I have as that I developed over the years and stuff like throughout my careers, jobs, or whatever. It was
Mm-hmm.
those people that believed in me more than I believed in myself. Not saying y'all didn't believe in me, or but I'm saying that my circle. I tell people
Mm-hmm.
my circle is 3.14. It's the dot. That's my circle. The dot never moves. Everything
Mm-hmm.
comes towards you. It's like a vanishing point. That dot never moves. You draw the line, it comes to the dot. I don't care what angle you drawing that line to that dot. It never moves, and that's me. I never move. Everybody comes towards me, so I'm the
Mm-hmm.
vanishing point in my circle.
That was a good analogy. Ooh, that's the degrees talking. Ooh,
No, that's common sense talking. That's common sense. There's
that
nothing
was a
to do
good
with my
analogy.
degrees,
That was a
huh?
good analogy. I said that was a good analogy.
But that's how I live my life. I don't go towards people. When I go towards people, I get hurt. When they come towards me, I have to say so who's going to be in my circle and who's not going to be in my circle.
How long did it take you to realize it?
When I was about 37.
Mm. How old are you now?
None of your business.
Oh, you still young. You still young.
If you ask Timothy, I'm 22. So
Mm-hmm.
I ain't have kids. I don't have kids then. I'm 22. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm well up there in age.
At age 37, what made you learn that? What made you actually want to open your eyes to something that you ain't never really paid attention to?
My relationship. I kept going back to a person I shouldn't have been with. Like he wasn't abusive or anything like that. He was just manipulative and very conceiving. Like he was a comedian. He showed me one side and then showed another side, and I kept putting up with it until I just realized I'm so much better than somebody pretending to be there when they really wasn't. Because a comedian changes shapes and colors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, changes colors. He was changing everything. And
Mm-hmm.
I was believing it because I wanted somebody to be around for you all or whatever, but it wasn't for you all, it was for me. And I accepted him just doing whatever he wanted to do until the crazy part about it when it started storming. He left the house when it was storming, and anybody know me knows I'm terrified of thunder and lightning. Ooh, what is that? Is that a virtual? I'm finna get out the air.
Nah,
But
that's you. That's you tensing up.
oh, shut up! You don't tell my business. So he left the house in the middle of the night, and I had to be there by myself during that storm. And that's when I realized I didn't need him. I kept
Mm,
going back, but because I felt like he's gonna do better. But I realized I can't change anybody to be better for me. I have to change me to be better for myself.
mm, mm. You talking from experience, lady. Oh,
I
that's
put
you
some
dropping the
seasoning.
seasoning.
I put seasoning on.
That's
What
you dropping the
the what?
season. That's you dropping them gems, lady.
Oh, is that smack your mama season?
Sure,
Yeah, you don't know the season.
I do. I do. Ain't it the green one?
Don't rack your brain. It's like you taking notes and talking. Don't worry about it. It's kind of scary.
So how was it being a single mom?
People would say it was pretty easy. I made it look easy, but they
Mhm.
don't know what I went through to be who I was. On the outside, I made it look like a cakewalk. On the inside, woo! boy, it was like continue to do what you got to do. They will appreciate it. I never showed weakness. I never showed anybody I needed them. I always showed I needed myself. So
Mm-hmm.
if it was me going to school, y'all went with me. I didn't care until I started taking my classes online. Y'all went with me. It was a time when we were staying in MacArthur. I don't
Mm-hmm.
remember exactly how old y'all were, but Tony watched Math, what is it, Romeo and Juliet for me. I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't watch the movie for my class, and my oldest son got his blanket, got him some popcorn, and watched the entire Romeo and Juliet for me. And so when I was cooking the morning breakfast before class, I was like, well, shit, I'm finna fail this test because I don't know nothing about no Romeo and Juliet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the type of person, if you're talking to me, I can remember what you're talking about as long as I'm doing something. I don't have to take notes. I don't have to write anything down. If you're talking about it and it catch my attention, I can tell you word from word what we talked about. And
Mm-hmm.
so TJ just started, Mama, did you know such and such? So yes, son, I'm cooking pancakes. He steady. Mama, Juliet was in love with, oh, for real, Horatio. I'm like, wow. And it stuck with me because I was like, I ain't seen him. I guess this is what happened. And so when we
Mm-hmm.
got ready to take the test, I passed the test with a 98 from what my child told me 2 hours before we went to take the test.
Mm-hmm.
And the professor was like, oh, you scored the highest on the test. I said, no, I did. My child did. And y'all was sitting in the back. Y'all was sitting in the back on the floor playing with your little tablets and stuff. And the professor was like, they gonna be something when they get older. And from then on, it didn't matter if y'all knew how to do calculus. I was
Mm-hmm.
gonna go to school to get it. If y'all didn't know how to do geometry, if I didn't know how to do it, you can believe I was enrolling in one of them classes, even if I have already taken it at school to make sure y'all pass. I don't know if you remember this, all the way up until the 12th grade probably, I was
Mm-hmm.
signing off on each one of y'all questions or homework. Y'all had two chances to get a perfect score on your homework. And
Mm-hmm.
I would put my initials by each problem to say, hey, we went through it, we checked it. I wouldn't give you the answer. I would show you how to do it. But all the way up until y'all gave me my high school diplomas, I made sure I checked every piece of your homework or every every item. It didn't matter. If the school called, I was there. It didn't matter what job it was. I was coming. they
Mm-hmm.
they I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
They knew. At first they was like, "Oh, she mean." Da 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 da. I didn't care about how they felt about me. I needed 3 high school diplomas, and nobody, no teacher, no principal, no counselor, was gonna stop that. If
Mm-hmm.
they said the Humphrey did something, you can guarantee the Humphrey gonna be able to say, "Hey, mama, this is what I did. She ain't telling the truth. I'm gonna either listen or I'm gonna act silly." The part that mine was, I listened to y'all. If a
Mm-hmm.
teacher was biased against y'all, it didn't work because I knew the policy, I knew the procedures, I knew
Mm-hmm.
what that handbook meant. It didn't matter if it said that you got a behavior document and you're going to get suspended 2 weeks after the behavior document. Wrong, not mine. So it was me paying attention and knowing that I needed you all to be who y'all are today.
Mm-hmm. And you check them off. You stopped checking in middle school and one high school because high school you didn't even look at the homework. We didn't bring the homework to you. At least I didn't.
Well, you got other brothers. You know that, right? It's many times me and you sit at the. He don't want y'all to know he was slow. Y'all, he just
I
showed y'all.
was.
He just showed y'all he can't talk and write at the same time.
I
So you
sure
know
can't.
I was helping him.
I sure can't. I'm trying to listen and write and writing. Nah, I can't do that. I just come back and rewatch it again, like you said. But I forgot to shout out Apostle D. Robinson for giving you the opportunity, giving you that opportunity.
He kind
Mhm.
of forced me. He didn't give me the opportunity. He said, "You're gonna be the youth director," and I said, "No." I don't like kids. He said, no, you're gonna be the youth director, and that's what it happened. We turned out to do some great things with our youth.
How did you and Apostle meet?
I don't know. That was like some years ago, more than a decade.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was some decades ago. So that's telling our time and age group. So I really I can't remember how we met. Um, but it's been a bond ever since. It's been a tight bond. We can talk 6 or 7 months, or we can talk every day, which we don't do that. But when we do talk, we everything is just like we never left.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
When did you know you had a bond with him? Like, was it the first time you met, or was it like after multiple meetups?
Well, anybody know me? I don't just develop. Well, how can I say it? I'm a people person, so you gonna either get on my nerves or you just gonna be who you are. And he was original from the day one. Like he down to earth. Just because y'all call him apostle, I have never called him his grade, and that's just me. That's just me. I have respect for that man to the utmost, but he
Mm-hmm.
has always been my pastor. So
Mm-hmm.
even when he was coming from nothing, we was the first members of his church. Like it
Mm-hmm.
was 10 of us faithfully coming to the church, a little small church or whatever. We'll get on the van and act like we was a big family. Everybody was a family. The Robinsons and the Humphreys. It was quite a bit of us. JDM. Everybody was like, "Hey, this is what we are. We finna do it."
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't say off the back that I didn't know. It was like he didn't give me no bad vibes or anything. A lot of people can give you bad vibes. Pastor didn't. He gave me, "Hey, we swing, you swing." And I'm
Mm-hmm.
a swinger, so everybody everybody was swinging for his ministry. We believed in what he was saying, his teaching. He never acted like he was so high and mighty about who he was and where he came from. He
Mm-hmm.
told his story, he told his life. He let you in. If he trusted you, you was in his circle, which
Mm-hmm.
goes back to that vanishing point. People come to that vanishing point for a reason. You are in control of your vanishing point, no one else.
And it's hard to realize that.
It is.
What's the biggest thing that Apostle had taught you?
I'm sorry.
What's the biggest thing that Apostle taught you?
Um, Not taught me, but pushed me further. Like, ooh, I learned a lot of lessons from him. I would say, uh, the leadership role, how to take my leadership role and have grace and mercy with it.
Mm-hmm.
I used to just think, oh, it just naturally comes to me. No, that leadership role is the most important thing a person can do because not just one person is watching you, so many people is watching you and everybody around you. So
Mm-hmm.
the leadership role is what I really would say he put an impact on me on, hit the leadership role.
That's incredible.
Do
That's
your
incredible.
breath smell good?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It smells minty fresh, minty fresh, lady.
I guess.
what yours smell like? Yesterday,
Your mama. Cheese and cookies. That's what it smell like. Yeah.
yesterday.
Well, come on here. I got things to do. Like go get my hair done.
I'm glad I'm important then, lady. So, and you said something about leadership that's very important.
Uh huh.
And
Sorry.
we go ahead, do your thing, lady. I learned that just because I have this platform, I'm doing everything I'm doing, doesn't mean I'm better than someone. Doesn't mean I'm better than anybody because we're all the same. I'm just a little bit more educated. Doesn't mean just because I'm educated. Hold on now. You see that? Hold on, where it go?
Boy, I
Hey,
was in that class too.
it might not be 8, but it sure one. Don't be hating. Don't be hating, woman. But like that's all it is getting educated to where you find what you want to do. And then when you find what you want to do, that doesn't mean that you're holier than thou. what I had to realize is that well really I'm gonna really holier than thou because I always treat people with respect. I always treat people with the utmost respect. I had wrote down some goals when I started this journey, lady. I'm reading to you and let me know what you think. You ready?
I'm on TV. Yeah.
Oh, all right. So the first one is stay in shape, bring value to people. I think I wrote this like in August of 2020 when I started the journey. Bring value to people, accumulate more deals, grow with the team, acquire multiple apartment complexes, spread the knowledge, self development, improve public speaking, improve wardrobe, continue to get educated, be affirmative, stay focused, make twice your income each year, teach Destiny what I know, and create a team and treat everybody with the utmost respect. I'm still abiding by this without me even knowing it.
It's your
I,
training.
I about to say,
Look, I'm giving you a some spice.
give me some seasoning.
That's so corny, dude. That's
Don't
so
be hating.
corny.
Don't be hating. Shoot. So that's why when I had broken goals down, subconsciously I'm doing it without even knowing it. We learn from everybody that we come encounter with, no matter the age, no matter what they look like, no matter whatever. And for you to still be learning at the young age that you're at, that's phenomenal. That
Yep.
is phenomenal. What is your most proudest accomplishment?
I used to say it was my boys. It's not my boys anymore.
Mm,
And I just helped my nail tech get his citizenship. And when I tell you that that was the most prideful moment that I experienced, it was like a joy just to see him say, "I passed, Tasha." And he couldn't say my name when he first started doing my feet. He would
mhm,
pronounce my name wrong, but he used to
mhm,
always eat tacos. So I had to get him to understand ta, the ta. So I told him, it's okay if you call me Taco. And he's like, okay, Taco. I said, don't call me that anymore. And he got his citizenship, and that was the most humblest time in my entire career. And it was out. Nothing was promised. If I helped him, it was just something I wanted to do for me. It wasn't
mhm,
something I had to do. It was something
mhm,
I wanted to do. So for almost 3 months, I went up to the nail shop every week. Not saying I got my feet done every week. I just sit in the water just so I can go over the information, so he can
mhm,
retain the information, so he can get the concept of this is what the United States stands for. And there's
mhm,
7 questions on there concerning slavery, Martin Luther
mhm,
King, and Abraham Lincoln. Anything doing with slavery, he didn't understand it because their culture is not familiar with what we went through as African
mhm,
Americans to get to where we are. And he was very happy. And when they went to Memphis to take the test, they got on the highway at 4 o'clock. That
mhm,
whole night, I couldn't sleep. I was so anxious, like it was me taking the test, because he was so nervous that he wasn't going to pass the test. I said, "Oh no, you're going to pass this test, cause I'm tired of coming up here. You're going to pass." But that's how me and him interacted with each other. And I sent him a text message to congratulate him on the
mhm,
success. I spoken into the existence. Hey, you're gonna pass this. We're gonna get it. We're gonna be some U.S. citizens. We're gonna party like a rock star. And she called me at 7 o'clock and said he passed. Her Natalie, his wife, and
mhm,
said, "Tasha, we passed. We passed." I was like, "Thank you." And it just overwhelming joy just came over me. And before he had passed, I had drew Vietnamese, what is it, Vietnam? Yeah, Vietnam. You know how
mhm,
they ride around on the boats, the bikes, and carry the baskets and stuff. I had drew
mhm,
one of the characters in the water on the boat, and I drew the American flag around it and put his birthday, his original birthday, and when he passed the citizenship. So
mhm.
when I gave it to him, he was like, "How you know I was gonna pass?" I said, "I know, I know." And so I
Mhm,
handed him some flowers with the drawing that I did for them, and the drawing was wrapped up, and they don't accept anything. Their culture is they don't accept anything. I guess it's a prideful thing or whatever. They earn and
Mhm.
work for it,
Mhm.
and it showed me a lot of us as who we are today. We have so much pride that we don't know how to accept or take what someone has given to us and say thank you. And me myself, I had pride. I wouldn't
Mhm.
just take a handout or whatever. I will go out and struggle. If it wasn't really a struggle because cooking, drawing, whatever came with ease for me. The
Mhm.
artwork, the drawing. I mean, I'm sorry, the cooking. Any talent, I had it. So
Mhm.
even if it was playing dominoes, I hustled, did domino things. Spades, I did this. It didn't matter. I was going to get it. So I wouldn't
Mhm.
say. So nobody had the opportunity to say, "Oh, you owe me this," or "I did this for you, so now you got to do this for me." Not gonna happen.
Mhm. Mhm. And you said earlier, you said I didn't have to do it, but I wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, oh my
What's wrong?
goodness. When you saying that one particular line and everything that you just explained, it shows you that your mindset is shifted. Because
Mm-hmm.
when we go to work, man, I have to, man, what is it? I had to go to work, man. I have to go to work, or I get to go to work. I have a chance to go to work. I have the chance to do this. I have a chance to do that, and there's just a big mind change that you experience, even in today's age. That's why the topic today, growth, is very important. Why do you think people stop growing, or why do you think people don't want to grow no more?
Because I can't speak about people. With me, I was in a comfort zone. I thought I knew everything, even in relationships, even with raising y'all. I
Hmm.
thought I knew everything. So until I stopped and looked at me, I realized I had a lot of growth that I needed to establish before I could tell anybody something.
Mm.
So I don't know why other people do it because I'm not other people. I'm Tasha. So Tasha knew either she's gonna be miserable for the rest of her life or she's gonna grow up. So I had to grow up.
And you said something about pride and having ego, having a lot of ego.
Yes.
That's what we have, and what I came to realize that we have that just because that's what we know, that's what we learned, that's what we grew up on, and when in all actuality, we have that because that's what's been instilled in us. Like when somebody give you a handout, nah, I'm good, I don't want it. Nah. When somebody actually want to help you, nah, I'm good, I don't want it. But you're actually putting yourself in a harder situation when people want to help. And it takes a lot to realize that. I'm proud of you, lady. I'm proud of you,
Thank
lady. The woman you
you.
are today is not the woman that you were 20 last year. I almost told you age. Woo!
Yeah. Woo-hoo.
I almost told you age, Gary. But even though there's a age difference between us, growing never ends, no matter what. Growing never stops because it's all about what you want and what you want for yourself. Ooh.
So what do you want for yourself?
What I want
Besides the little handout book that you just read to us. What do you want for yourself as Terrell Humphrey?
What I want for myself is to educate the masses that there is multiple opportunities out here. Just because the life that we're living or we're content with the life that we're living doesn't mean that this is everything that life has to offer. Life has more to offer. We just have to get educated, get in the right rooms, and having the right conversations to where our mindset is changing and we constantly growing. So I want to be the example for my community, not just my community, everybody that's willing to watch me, to show them that you can do what I'm doing. You can do whatever you want to do. You just have to put forth the effort. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. It's gonna be hard, and it's gonna actually put you in a mindset to where you can't do it no more. So I want to be that example, be like, you can do it. You just gotta keep going. Get around the right people. When you get stuck, have somebody that you can reach out to. Because if you can't reach out to everything that you think you know how to do, it's not gonna solve the problem. Because you're gonna be so content with your current situation, you're not gonna go and search for help. You're not gonna go and ask for help. I had watched this video yesterday. He was saying that he was like, man, why is it that we hate on us so much, the black community? Why do we hate on each other so much? and he was like, that's crazy because other races is supporting each other. They're supporting each other. They're educating each other. And I came to realize is that that's what we know. You can't get mad at us if that's what the only thing we've been knowing this whole time. Be prideful, have ego. Don't go ask for help because if you go ask for help, then you're looking like
A
a
handout.
yep, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. So that's what I want to do. I just want to be the example for our community to show you can do anything that you want to do.
So are you doing it? How
I
how do
am
you how do you make one person? How do you make a difference in one person's life?
being true to myself. Being true to myself. I cannot be nobody else. Because when I started this journey back in 2020, lady, ooh, I was trying to create a persona to where I wanted the internet to accept me for.
I know
And
you
then
you called a lot to learn how to cook. Ooh.
and
Ooh.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it. But I knew
so
who to call.
so it was a trial and error for you to do the kitchen, do what.
Hmm.
So now have you found your mark in life, what you want?
Yes, ma'am, I have. Yes, ma'am, I have. When I did it, when I started the YouTube stuff, I seen the opportunity for YouTube. Okay, cool. I'm gonna start cooking. Then I realized I don't like cooking.
He wasn't cooking, I was doing all the cooking.
I don't like cooking, but the simple fact that I tried it, I know I don't like it. So I have found my purpose. Answer your question. I have found my purpose, and I've been anointed to actually provide value. You like that, don't you? Oh, come on now,
Oh,
come on now.
season.
There you go. There you go.
We'll grow up.
But I've actually found my purpose because when somebody come in and tell me like, "Swear, what you doing, man?" It's really inspiring. Like I can see myself doing it, but I don't know how to do it. But what you're doing it right. And then just when people be like, I'm not doing it for like validation or anything like that. I'm doing it to bring awareness and to bring value. But when people tell me that, it's like a great feeling to know I'm on the right path.
Okay. I will. Well, when you was playing football,
Mhm.
what do you remember when you played football? And I'm not the interviewer, so I do apologize. But
No
what do
worries.
I need you to learn to interact more with your guests?
Mhm.
So when you played football, what memory stood out to you more than anything?
Chemistry, family.
Family.
We learning how to learning how to embrace the suck with your teammates, and then them teammates turn into family, and then the family turn into lifelong friends. I mean,
Mm.
yeah, we played the games, we practiced a lot, we watched film a lot, but there's more to a team. There's more to life just because without these 11 people that's on the team, we can't win the game. And with the right chemistry, right family, the right interaction, that bond is created to where we actually can do more than what we think. The
So you pretty much had support all the way around.
yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. From you, from the team to see everybody like misery, misery during the summer. Oh, it was hot. It was hot.
Horrible.
My goodness. But I wasn't dealing with it by myself. I was with
Hmm.
about 100 people, and that's if we had that same concept for sports, for anything we're doing for life, then we'll be better off. Just
Uh-huh.
because we don't have to figure out everything. I can't play quarterback because I play linebacker. I can't play wide receiver because I ain't that fast, but I can play linebacker. And it's just understanding what is your role, what are you good at, and how can you help your team accomplish the goal.
You know what? I have to agree with you because wait, did you steal my
You ain't got no more water, huh?
water?
You drunk it too fast.
I'm like, wait, you probably took some home with you. My bad.
You drunk it too fast. Look, I got two.
I don't need but one. But
Mm-mm.
what was our? I was. You said something.
You said that you
Oh,
have to agree with me.
because like I watch you grow on the football field. Like Nobody can understand why I was always the first one at the game. It was
Mm-hmm.
two reasons really. I gave one just so I can be humorous or whatever, but it was I wasn't paying to get in. I was smuggling snacks in for the kids,
Mm-hmm.
Gatorade, pickles, whatever they needed to perform on that field. But mostly it was to show dedication for my mom because when she passed at the age of 50. So I always sat on the 50-yard line, the third row, every game. Three sons, number 50. That's what my goal was. Three sons, number 50. It wasn't because that's where I wanted to sit because a lot of times the sun was hot as you know what, but it was important for me to be on the 50-yard line on the third row every
Mm-hmm.
game. It wasn't because of you. You said you heard me. It wasn't because of you. I had my own motives. I did.
Mm.
I see you dressed like me too.
Now you trying to be like me.
No. Why?
You trying to be like me. You kind of look like me. You know that?
I'm glad I'm cute and you okay. You're running out of questions.
I'm not. I'm not. When you watched us play football or do sports, what was your most proudest accomplishment seeing us play?
when when y'all hit somebody, made a shot, uh, jumped off the diving board, whatever it was, the spin ball with Tony on the bowling,
Curveball. Yeah.
curveball. I said spin ball. That was Timothy baseball, right? I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Too many kids, too many sports. Whenever y'all did anything good, like that made me feel good because y'all wasn't doing what everybody else kids was doing because during that time I was the counselor. I was a counselor for kids that wasn't able to have people to talk for them or advocate for them. So I worked for DCFS, and
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh, it made me appreciate y'all even more than just being y'all mom because I seen so many different situations where these kids didn't have a choice to be put in the situation they was in. Their parents was being selfish
Mm-hmm.
and didn't take what they had as within their kids for love and joy. They took it for granted. Either
Mm-hmm.
the kids was for money or either the kids were about materialist. It was never focused about the kids. And I remember talking to a lot of the parents, not a lot of them, but
Mm-hmm.
most of them. Hey, when the last time you went to see your kid play in the football game or base, oh, I gotta work, I gotta work, I gotta do this. And in the back of my head, I should have said this to them. I said, I got three kids and I can count on one hand how many times I done missed any of their events.
Mm-hmm.
But that was because I was determined to show y'all I had y'all back. I bet y'all, I know y'all was like, oh, my mom is hard or rough or, whatever. But it was I wasn't hard. It was that I loved y'all more than I love myself. So I
Mm-hmm.
was guaranteed to show y'all, hey, if you love me the way y'all say y'all love me every morning, I'm gonna show you I love you by showing up or by cooking a meal or whatever it was. I showed y'all in my own way that I loved y'all. Of course, I didn't do the hugs and stuff because y'all played too much. Ugh. Oh, there you go. But I showed more support than you can possibly ever imagine me showing in my own way. I know y'all
Mm-hmm.
didn't understand why we had to cater cater your teachers at school.
Mm-hmm.
It was because they taught y'all the whole year round. One day, y'all was gonna show y'all appreciate them teachers no matter what. And it kept them from calling me about, oh, Terrell did this because or Timothy did this, or Tony did that.
Mm-hmm.
Me showing them that we put forth the effort for all four of us to receive Fletcher, all
Thank you.
four of
Thank
us to receive our high school diplomas. When I say our, I'm talking about the three that I received. They high school diploma was my high school diploma success. So,
you. You got your napkin beside you?
my who?
Your napkin.
Why?
Cause you know you about to cry, Gary. Come on, Gary, about them tears.
You want to see what go come down after four?
And it's amazing to see the growth that you done experienced and went through because your mindset and change, the way you think, the way you view things and change, the way you interact with us and change, the way you interact with everybody has changed, and it's just constantly learning more about yourself. What's the biggest thing that you learned about yourself within the last, let's say, 48 months,
The
last
how
three
many
years,
months?
3 years?
3 years. That I'm not a quitter. When I wanted to quit, I couldn't even quit right. I didn't even know how to quit right. I always came out swinging harder than anything. I'm not a quitter by far. Like if my back against a wall, you might as well give me a baseball and a glove or a hat, whatever it is. I'm swinging.
Mm-hmm.
I won't stop swinging no matter what it is. No matter if I want to give up. If this part of my mind saying, "Okay, we can't do it. We're gonna give up. The hell with everything." This part's like, you see, it's this much. Girl, what the hell are you doing? Come on, man, you can't. And so it's me saying, talking to me, not everybody else in my ear. Me talking to Tasha. Tasha knows what Tasha is about. Tasha know
Mm-hmm.
her work. Tasha know her expectation. Tasha know what she's going to be in life. Nobody else is about Tasha but Tasha. So not Tony, not Timothy, not Terrell, because y'all have to know what y'all want for yourselves. I know
Mm-hmm.
what I want for myself, and stopping and giving up is not me.
And what do you want for yourself?
To be me, and
Mm.
being me makes me happy. I don't have. If I don't like something, I don't accept it. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care. I used to run from things. Um, if it became overwhelming or frustrating jobs and stuff, I
Mm-hmm.
would literally leave a job because I had degrees. Nothing stopped me from getting a decent job because I had my degrees. Until I went into that black hole, my degrees didn't matter no more. It was
Mm-hmm.
about me. It was about what I wanted. For 23 years, I've been helping everybody else's kids and not helping me. I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
help nobody else's kids. I I'm glad my kids have succeeded and achieved and conquered life, but now it's time for me to focus on me.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I've been a mom, that's all I focus on was my kids, they friends, they surroundings or whatever. Now that I'm a
Mm-hmm.
gimme, I'm not finna focus just on my grandsons. Yes, I love my grandsons, but I would not be one of them grandparents to raise them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a support system. I am that. I love them to death. But me raising them, I think y'all are more than able and capable of raising your kids to be what y'all want them to become. Y'all want to be
Mm-hmm.
success, y'all gonna put forth the effort just as much as I did to make them successful. If you want them to be slackers, cause we have no girls in the family but myself and y'all
Mm-hmm.
wives, but they came in the family. The
Mm-hmm.
legacy is that blood flow. So if y'all don't want that blood flow to be greatness, it's up to y'all. I done did my job. I started my blood flow right. Y'all turned out to be
Mm-hmm.
hell of a guys. Now it's up to y'all to continue what y'all need to do.
Mm-hmm. And Gary, he go this seasoning.
Season.
Oh,
Please don't start doing that.
that's me giving your flowers because you love to cook, so you love seasoning. So I gotta put some razzle dazzle on it.
Razzle dazzle is artwork. You crazy?
Is it? No, it can be razzle.
Go,
you
Terrell. Don't
look
focus. It can
look
be
you're
the
you're
it can
you're,
be the
you're
toppings. I
dazzling
got you.
you're dazzling the razzle is on the food. Razzle dazzle.
Thank,
Oh.
thank you. It's a garnishment. Good job, garnishment. Good job, bro.
So for somebody that's don't know how to find themselves or even how to start, what advice would you give on that aspect?
I would say find who you are. Finding who you are says a great deal about yourself because a lot of people have a cover up about what they're about. We
Mm-hmm.
can go out this house looking great and all made up and just whatever, but it's like we're cropping out everything that's not about us in the picture. When we come home, what stop cropping out what your life is really about. If someone doesn't know you struggling or you got a pretend life, they gonna always think you are this type of person when you really are not that person. You don't have to be higher than anything to be a great person. You can have nothing and be an amazing person. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's just who you are. You can't buy your friends because they are using you. My ex-husband, he made a comment. He said, "Are you in a relationship yet?" I said, "No." Why? He said, "Oh, it's shocking because you usually can find a man for the money." And a light bulb came on like, whoa, I ain't asked no man for no money. Wait,
Mm-hmm.
everybody I pretty much done dated needed the help that I needed. Wait, this nigga done put it, I'm sorry, he done put it out there to the fullest that majority of the guys that I helped was because of what I can do for them, not what they brought to the table for me.
Mm-hmm.
And when he said it, his situation, he needs me. So you know what I did? I said, hey, you know what? I can't accept no more calls because it's pointless for us to have this conversation because I'm not the same person that wants to be in your presence.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay being in my presence. I'm okay when I come to the house and there's no one here. Listen, nothing, no sound, no nothing, quietness. If I don't want to do nothing, it's okay. If I want to come home and go to my room and not interact, it's okay. I'm not depressed. I'm not. I'm very happy. I
Mm-hmm.
am so happy with myself that I'm not pretending to be happy. Do you understand what that means?
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy
Mm-hmm.
with myself. I no longer have to pretend to be happy. Because you before I would go to the room and be so miserable. I would turn all the lights out, nothing and whatever, and cry myself to sleep or sit and have my mind wondering about different things or whatever that took place that day. But
Mm-hmm.
now I'm so happy with joy and gratitude that is overwhelming. You can't stop me from being happy because I don't care what you got going on. If it's
Mm-hmm.
negative, I sit there for a certain amount of time and do this. You know what? You're right. It has nothing to do with Tasha. But before I put myself in that situation where I made it something to do with Tasha. That was draining. I'm sorry, draining. It was so draining.
Mm-hmm.
Now when it's just Tasha I'm focusing on, man, believe me, it's amazing because I don't stress about nothing that I can't change. And the only person I can change is Tasha.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't get worked up. I have less headaches, less stress. I'm nothing is affecting Tasha but Tasha.
Mm-hmm.
So I've learned Tasha is the key factor to a lot of things. It goes back to that vanishing point.
Mm-hmm.
When I allow things to enter into that, to connect with that vanishing point, I'm affecting Tasha. I'm not moving.
Mm-hmm.
My vanishing point not gonna move,
Mm-hmm.
but them lines can move. They can come detached or whatever. A lot of people say, "Why you don't call me?" Do you call me? My phone number has never changed. As long as I've been a mom, my phone number has been the exact same. You call when you want me to cook you some. You call when you want me to take schoolwork for you. You call when you want me to do things for you. But do you call and say, hey, what are you doing? I don't need you
Mm-hmm.
to say, let's go out to eat because anything we go out to eat, I can cook. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna call you because you thinking you're you're my bun. You're not. So over these past 3 years, I think I done lost a lot of so-called associates. They wasn't my friends. They was associates. The ones that were my friend, they know that's family.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the crazy part about it, second grade.
Mm-hmm.
From second grade, we had a friend from y'all school, from the childhood friend,
Mm-hmm.
that every time y'all did something, he was there. Every time something went on, he was there. If his
Mm-hmm.
mama needed help, I helped. And when I needed help, the two that I thought was my friends and family was not there. So it made me realize all this time he wasn't a factor. I made him a factor. Even though he got in trouble so much at school, I ran to his school, beating his mama to the school to make sure he didn't get in trouble or suspended or was treated wrong. He even knew the passcode to get me to the school to make sure nothing was going on.
Mm-hmm.
But when I needed them, and I don't say I need too many people, they wasn't there. So it was like my door is open. Now it's like it don't open unless I want it to open. And it's
Very
not open.
selective.
Huh?
I said very selective.
Not even that no more. I should have been selective.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people that was in my circle shouldn't have even had the opportunity to be there. But that's the growth that I had to learn. I had always been the support system in the circle. Now I gotta support myself. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing pretty good at it.
Mm-hmm. I
I don't
see
care
the
if I got huh?
I see the happiness.
Yeah, I don't care if I got $5 in the bank. It's more than what I had. I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Mm-hmm. And this amazing, lady. This amazing because everything that you talked about revolves around your vanishing point. I mean, yeah, some people that came out your life came and left out your life. That was only there for a season. Cool. Now it's not just people; it's your habits, it's the way you was thinking, it's your mindset, it's this and that, this and that. So all these vanishing, not the vanishing, well, all these things that's vanishing, you're just constantly growing. Oh my goodness, this been epic. This been epic, Tasha. Bitty, bitty, bitty. This been epic. You feel me?
Thank you, Mr. Humphrey.
Before we close out, lady, do you have any more closing remarks?
I mean, to anybody that's watching it or whatever, if you believe in yourself, other people will believe in you because self is the key concept of everything around you. If you showing yourself that you're a pretend person, that's the type of people that's gonna come in your life are pretend people. But if you showing real, authentic, just amazing concept about yourself, you will find so many people in your circle that are there for you.
Mm-hmm.
Not for what you can do for them, but for you genuinely to be who you are and support you no matter what.
Mm, mm, mm,
So just find yourself. I mean, I can't give nobody advice on anything but what I have experienced over my life. If
mhm,
that was the case, we'd be on here all day. Nothing I'd have done was easy. It was always a trial and tribulation. But I think I played more of a part of making it harder than I made it easy.
mm,
So now I can make it easy and accept it.
mm. I love it, lady. I love it. I love it. I love it. Listen, for everybody that's tuning in, I really appreciate y'all for your time. Thank you for tapping in with us. Listen, like Betty Bet, like my mama said, listen, start with yourself. If you don't believe you can do it, you would never be able to do it. So listen, I thank y'all. I love y'all. Make sure y'all never stop striving for greatness because the day you do is the day you gave up on yourself. I thank y'all and I love y'all. Have a good day.
Bye.